Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is moonmothgoddess. Thank you guys so much for being here, your continued love and support here on the channel. And I also want to thank you guys so much for those of you that have been donating recently. I truly appreciate you guys so much. Some of you have sent in tarot and oracle decks, and then others of you have sent in donations to my Cash App and the super thanks button. Some of you are using the super thanks button and sending donations directly to my PayPal. So thank you guys so much for doing that. I just wanted to let you know that when you guys, donations are never something that is required, but they are always appreciated. And I, take those donations and I put them right back into the channel for us. I purchase I think I mentioned this previously. I purchase different crystals, tarot and oracle decks, things of that nature for candles, incense, things like that to just kind of get the vibe right for doing readings for you guys. So I truly appreciate you guys so much so those of you that are, have been so generous, and also to those of you that reach out to me personally, letting me know how the readings are helping you along your path and journey. And every time I read through your messages, whether you're leaving a comment or, sending me an email directly, it definitely brings happy tears to my eyes. It brings a smile to my face to let me know, that what I'm doing here helping you guys is something that is appreciated. And I appreciate all of you so much for any ways in which you do give back to the channel. Even simply liking the video is something that really helps the channel out as well. Okay, to those of you that are new, welcome. You may also want to check out my second tarot channel, Neptune's Child Tarot, where I do also have a bunch of other pick your card readings posted for you guys there as well. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can always find my email in the description box. I leave it there so that you guys can send me an email if you feel called to, for me to do a reading for you, which I am always taking bookings. And I appreciate you guys. It's just what I wanted to send out my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for all of your support here. All right, so today's pick a card reading, we are doing, what are we doing today? Okay, so I wrote down, what do they think of you and how do they view you? Okay, so this is your person of interest. What do they think of you? How do they view you? We do have 3 choices for you guys today. Pile number 1, you're going to be this one here. Give and take. And it looks like she's got, I don't know what this is. It could be a watermelon or, I don't know. Watermelon, maybe like a really large cucumber. I don't know. All right, but she's got that there. And then we've got this amethyst crystal here. Okay. Give and take with the amethyst. So what do they think of you and how do they view you? Okay. Pile number 2, you are going to be this card here, and it says Destroying Angel. And then oddly enough, you guys have a little rose quartz angel here. Okay. That is going to be for pile number 2, Destroying Angel. It feels like it's a little dark in here. I'm going to have to open the curtains a little bit. Okay, so pile 3, we have Dreaming Days. And that is going to be with this blue apatite crystal. Dreaming Days. That is for pile 3. Okay. Okay, also you guys, I have a new puppy. She's only about 3 months old, and so sometimes she does bark. I think she's fed right now, so she should be good for a little while. So hopefully she's not barking when I'm doing this reading for you guys. But if she doesn't, I'll just stop and wait until she's done having her moment. So Pile 1, give and take with the Amethyst. Pile 2, destroying angel with this pink rose quartz angel. And then we have dreaming days with the blue Apatite. Timestamps will be down below, and I will see you guys at your reading. Hi, Pile 1. So those of you that resonated with this card here, give and take. She's got, from what I was reading from the book, this is a gourd. Okay. Some type of gourd. I don't know which one it is, but like I said, it kind of looks like a cucumber, maybe some type of overgrown squash here. But she's got that in her wheelbarrow here. I'm also noticing that there is a scarecrow in the background. I will say, we're asking today, what do they think of you and how do they view you? Okay. How do they view you? The scarecrow is here to kind of scare away the crows, to keep them away from her crops here. And the birds are kind of circling, almost like testing her, right? Like, haha, we're going to get your crops when you're not looking. Like, you know, this one's just kind of sitting here, like it's not even bothered or scared by the scarecrow. So I'm noticing that, you know, she does have this, it's pretty large that she's carrying here. So they may see you or view you as somebody who is very hardworking, who takes on a lot of responsibilities, who kind of carries maybe even the weight, say, of the relationship. There may be a little bit of intimidation that this person feels, maybe when approaching you or talking to you, especially with the scarecrow being here. We do have give and take. So it could be that maybe if they are someone who's kind of viewing you as a person who's investing a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of nurturing into the connection. This is actually the second time I've tried to record your reading. The first time I was like talking for like 10 minutes and the video was still, it wasn't moving, and it was only recording just the picture at all, and that was it. So I had to stop and redo this. But the message that was coming out previously, and the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands showed up, which is a lot of talking about fights, arguments, drama, disagreements. But there was also a very calm energy with the Four of Swords and the Strength card that showed up, you know. So they could be, it's almost like these crows are kind of like circling around, almost like things, I don't know, maybe this is symbolic for a little bit of intimidation, feeling maybe even afraid, fearful. Especially if you're the person who's investing a lot of your time and a lot of your energy, you know, you might be, the way that she kind of looks, you know, she doesn't, I don't know, to me, she doesn't look all that happy. She's just like, I'm doing all of this, almost like, what are you bringing to the table? What are you giving into this connection? So, let's see what happens with your tarot. We'll see if there's similar message that came through. But yeah, before the Five of Wands, Five of Swords came out, both of which can talk about conflict. Okay, so if there is, maybe they might be thinking that, this could even go into, are you pressuring them for more, right? You're carrying a bunch of weight here, and how much are they giving into the connection? Are they pulling their weight? So they might be viewing you as somebody who's maybe has expectations from them, right? To give more. What you're willing to give is not the same, maybe. Okay, we have give and take here. So reciprocity is something that's needed, right? For a balanced relationship. You can't have one person who is giving and giving and giving, and all the other person doing is taking. So they might view you as a person who's carrying the bulk of the weight in the connection. Like I said, to me, there might be a little bit of a fear or intimidation here. They might be afraid of you. Okay. You might be intimidating to talk to or to something here. Maybe they're a little bit apprehensive. You make them feel apprehensive, You know, like, is something gonna happen? Almost like because of the way that these crows are kind of circling around, it kind of gives me that vibe of them viewing you as like almost like waiting for something to happen, you know? Let's see. All right. Pile number 1. What do they think of you and how do they view you? And just remember, okay, this is another person's opinion, whether or not that's true. Okay? Doesn't make it true just because another views you a certain way, especially if it's something that's negative that comes through. You know, that's somebody else, okay? May not be true about you. It's just the way a person might view you. Okay, look at this. 6 of Pentacles. That is give and take. That is reciprocity here. So, and this little stag here looks like it's turned its back, almost like it's walked away on this path here. So this could, you know, I mean, 6 of Pentacles is also about generosity, giving when you can, which is also what this card is about. Like maybe they view you as somebody who is very generous. You give and give and give. We'll see. But it kind of looks like that little stag is not giving, right? It's kind of like the body language is closed off. It's got its back pulled away. Almost like she's giving and he's not. So maybe for some of you, there's a situation here where maybe they view you, okay, how do I say this? Maybe they view you as somebody who's giving a lot or brings a lot to the table here, and they think that you see them as a person who's not giving or not doing anything, you know? And that could be a little bit of resentment. We'll see. We'll see what else comes through here. But yeah, that 6 of Pentacles is about equal give and take, balanced, harmony. Okay, what else, Spirit? What do we need to see and know about this? The way that they think and see or view pile number 1. What do they think? Ooh, Queen of Swords. The 7 of Cups. Okay. Well, this person sees you as the Queen of Swords. And not that the Queen of Swords is bad, but she can be very direct and blunt. Sometimes the things that she says, she has a very sharp tongue. Sometimes the thing that she says can be very cold, very detached. The Queen of Swords has very strong boundaries. She stands up for herself. She speaks up for herself. Sometimes the Queen of Swords can be a little bit on the manipulative side. Okay, twisting things, twisting things to her advantage. But yes, this Queen of Swords can come across as cold, detached, strict, blunt. Like I said, very guarded, very matter of fact, telling people how it is, like it is, whether you like it or not. And sometimes those things, to hear those things, can be painful, you know? So then we have the 7 of Cups energy here. And I'm noticing how this frog is kind of like looking at itself in the reflection here. So, and in the reflection, there's a little heart here. But this almost makes me feel that this person, this to me more or less goes in line with what do they think of you. Maybe not so much of how they view you, but how do they think of you? I'm going to think about that for a second. I had something, then it just kind of slipped my mind. Okay, and then we've got the Magician here. Let's see what else. What do they think of you? How do they view you? I feel like this person also thinks that you're someone who's very, very smart, very intelligent. You are someone who does have a good sense of humor. Okay, which the Queen of Swords, she does. She's very well spoken. She's very articulated, or, you know, with what she says, how she says it. She comes across as very intelligent. But what I wanted to say with this is it kind of makes me feel like there could be like something a little bit intimidated by your words, the way that you communicate with this person. Because the way that this frog looks kind of sad as it's looking at itself in the mirror. So it makes me feel like there's certain things that you say to this person that kind of make them like look at themselves. Like really reflect within themselves. So it almost makes me feel like they view you as somebody who triggers them. Okay? You know, because the Seven of Cups can also talk about options, choices. It can also be about illusions. And there's a heart in there, in the reflection. So, you know, they could also come across with this Queen of Swords energy here too, where they maybe you make them recognize how detached they are, you know, from their own heart space. And then we have the Magician and the World. I do feel like this person sees you as somebody who's a really good manifester. Okay. Page of Wands energy here. They view you as somebody who could be very connected into your inner child. You're very passionate, very creative. The Page of Wands is all about excitement, adventure, travel, wanting to try new things, do new things. Which, you know, is a very fun energy here too. Yeah, I definitely feel like there's certain things that you say to this person. Like you want truth from this person. You want them to tell you the truth. You know, the Queen of Swords is not going to stand for anything less than that. You know, she's not going to be fooled. She's not going to be, she's very discerning. You know, this person could be seeing you as somebody who's quite discerning. Like they can't lie to you. You know, you see right through them, I feel like. And I feel like this person knows that. Underneath the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it kind of gives me that, okay, what I'm getting from this is that, and this can be both, I feel like positive and negative, in that it's almost like there's something about your level, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak, the way that you act, the way that you do things. You know, this person might feel, I want to say for some of you might feel a little bit less than, okay? Meaning that you could very easily hurt this person's feelings. And I feel like you definitely give this person like a lot to think about. Okay, this person sees you as, you know, kind of like making things happen in life. Like you're doing this and you're doing that and you're having all of, you know, things are just kind of coming effortlessly for you, right? Flowing in for you. Abundance. And, you know, For some of you, I'm getting this energy here surrounding travel, okay? Wanting to travel, wanting to create something bigger. And that may be symbolic of creating something bigger in terms of relationships, say, or commitment with this person. But I do feel like this person does feel confused. You know, they might be thinking about what they want, what their desires are, what their heart's desires are. And I feel like there's something like almost like you trigger this person into, and this is what they view about you, like you trigger this person to really think more deeply. Like almost like you're with this Queen of Swords energy here, you give this person a lot to think about. For some of you, it's almost like they view you as somebody who's like telling them like truths. And like I said, sometimes those truths are hurtful, they're painful to hear, to acknowledge. It's kind of like you bring awareness to those parts of themselves that they might feel are shortcomings. And it's almost like you're telling this person like, get it together, you know? Get your life in order, get it together. Like, what are you doing? What is your plan? You know? So with the Knight of Pentacles energy here, you know, this is a very slow moving energy, the Knight of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with, we've got earth sign energy here, fire sign, air sign energy here, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Magician is Gemini and Virgo, and the world card is the fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. So yeah, it kind of, and I'm seeing the Six of Wands underneath that. Six of Wands is about appreciation, value. You know, so I feel like although it kind of makes me feel like this person that you're dealing with is stubborn. They're kind of like set in their ways. Set in their ways here. They're having a hard time, I feel like, with change. And although the person might not like it at the time, like what you say, what you do, things like that, I feel like they see the value in it, you know, that you are trying to help, you are trying to maybe encourage them, but you're also trying to do so. For some of you with the Queen of Swords energy, it could be tough love, you know, it's telling a person like it is. And you know, and the Six of Wands energy is about appreciation. It is about seeing, you know, somebody being in the spotlight. This is about attention. You know, maybe for some of you, they see you as somebody who's trying to get their attention. Okay, it could be that. But the Six of Wands energy is about value, recognition, appreciation, victory, success. They could be seeing you as somebody who's got it all going on for you. You know, you're doing things and you're making things happen in life and you're focused on your goals and you have a very, I feel like a vibrant energy to you. Like you just wanting to go and do and create and manifest, you know? And so I feel like you kind of put this person in a place where you help them, I feel like in a way, which could be a little bit challenging, to kind of look deeper within themselves, you know? And I feel like they see the value in it, you know, maybe even if at the time they don't agree with you in that moment, it's like you give them something to think about, you know? They do value you, they do appreciate you, whether it's your words, you know, how you communicate, how generous you are, how giving you are. You could be trying to help them, guide them. I do feel like for some of you, you know, with the Magician energy being here, that this person is interested in you, especially if it's something new, like a new connection here. Some of you could be dealing with a person who is a little bit detached from their heart space, okay? And it's there, right? Feelings are there, heart is there. I do feel like this person is attracted to you, so they could, you know, view you as somebody who is attractive. They feel a passionate connection to. With the Knight of Pentacles, this person could be seeing you as somebody who's kind of like very focused on your goals. You're very committed. You're very dedicated to, you know, things kind of, you're focused on your long term, right? Long term things that you want. And I feel like you kind of put this person in a place where you give them, like I said, you give them a lot to think about here. I'm seeing also death here. You know, the death card is about change. It's about transformation. So I feel like they see you as somebody who may have also undergone a lot of transformation yourself. Scorpio energy, Leo. They could see you as somebody who's also helping them to change, them to transform, you know, and to be more focused, be more disciplined. And that could be something that you tell them too, like, hey, get it together, you know, start focusing on what you want. What's your plan? What are we doing? Where are we going? Because there's something here with this give and take here, right? Like I said, she's carrying that really, really large gourd in her basket, in her wheelbarrow. And she's looking here, right, over there at this stag here. And the stag is like, no. Like, turned its back away and, like, looking over its shoulder. Almost looks like its arms are crossed. Like, it's not putting in effort here. It makes me feel like they're, you know, especially for those of you where this is something fairly new and you haven't really had a relationship with this person, that this person sees you as somebody who's giving and giving and giving. And it's kind of like this person knows that there's feelings that are there. Maybe they're choosing not to acknowledge them, or they haven't really acknowledged them, but they know that they're there and they know that you can see it. You know, especially if this person is in kind of like denial where they haven't told you what their feelings are. But again, Queen of Swords, you see right through it, right? The Queen of Swords has become very wise, with being able to read people, right? Their intentions and their, you know, she's not to be messed with, okay? The Queen of Swords kind of embodies that energy of the woman scorned, okay? Regardless of what your person's gender is, it's kind of like this energy of like, I've been hurt before, I'm really guarded, I'm very protective over, you know, what I'm creating here. Yeah, and then even in this world card here, we're seeing a little person down here standing in front of this big black, or even on the outside of it, out of the cave. And there's a lot of darkness in there. So it kind of makes me feel that even with this little skeleton here, it kind of makes me feel, especially with that frog looking at its reflection with the heart in there, almost kind of like that feeling, you know, when people say, like, I feel dead inside. Like there's nothing there. It's all gray. Like this frog is like not even until it looks into its reflection here and it's all lighter green. It's life force, right? It's heart, it's feelings. So they might view you as somebody who is helping them to just kind of really reflect, like I said, within themselves, like, who am I? What am I doing? Where am I going? Why do I feel so disconnected and detached from myself? You know? Like I said, I feel like some of you kind of like really cause this person to reflect within themselves at their feelings, their heart, you know, to kind of see them in a different light. You know, some of you, they might even see you as somebody who tries to like positively reinforce or encourage in some way. I do feel like this person does appreciate, you know, what you try to do for them. They might not be the best with talking about their feelings and their emotions, because they, like I said, they could be somebody who is very protective here, you know, of their heart space. 'Cause, 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 I'm kind of getting some stubborn Taurus energy here. Stubborn Taurus energy, or earth energy in general. The Knight of Pentacles is a very slow-moving energy too. So, you know, they might view you as somebody who's like asking them or telling them like, hey, where is this going? What are we doing? You know, the Knight of Pentacles is about baby steps, you know, and especially if it's an earth sign that you're dealing with. You know, earth signs, they like that stability and that security. They need to kind of like take their time, you know, sometimes with some earth signs. And of course, that could be the case for any sign here. So don't let the sign be something that, you know, makes you turn away from that message. But it is the influence of that earth energy that's here, you know. I'm also noticing the Death card and the World energy here are also about endings, you know, which could very well allow for a new beginning here with the Magician. This can also maybe be if this person has been stuck kind of like in this cycle where they've been disconnected or detached from their heart space, that they, you know, you kind of make them feel like, I need to work on myself, right? Like I said, reflection here. Okay, I think I'm good with that. Let's look at, you know, some of you, this person could be seen like, wow, you know, pile number 1 is doing amazing. Like, I want to come back in. For some of you, this person could be trying to, you know, come back into your life. Maybe for some of you, if there's been something that's ended between the two of you. Let's pull some oracle here. What do they think of you and how do they view you? Romance. Okay. So this person sees you as somebody that they do feel romantically connected to, passionate. Like I said, some of this person could be in denial of feelings, but when they look within themselves, it's like they know the feelings are there, even as much as they try to, you know, not say anything here. This person, you know, you've brought their attention to their feelings, to their heart. And maybe they are somebody who feels like they need to move slowly, right, when it comes to love. That body language makes me feel like somebody's closed off here. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Frigidity. Frigid. That would be something that I would describe as that Queen of Swords. Okay, so they might, like I said, for some of you, they might view you as somebody who is not playing games. Okay. Maybe you've stopped being as loving towards this person. Okay, because maybe they've hurt you. So you're like, no, I'm done with being nice and lovey-dovey to you. Look at everything that I've done and I've put into this. I'm not playing the game with you anymore. So frigidity here. This is being cold. Maybe you are being cold to them right now. We have a scorecard here. Okay, so this makes me feel like there's a little bit of like this tit for tat type of mentality. You know, trying to one-up each other. This could be arguing, fighting. Maybe this person feels like you're nitpicking or that you're taking like a checks and balances of, I do this, you don't do that. I do this, this, and this, and this, and this. And what are you doing? You know, like there's keeping score. They might see you as somebody who's keeping score of what they do and what you do. You know, which is a little bit immature, okay? A little bit on the immature side. Yeah, like you might say, I do this for you, I do this for us, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this, I this. Like I said, this the give and take here in that 6 of Pentacles is about generosity. You know? Maybe this person thinks about that too, in terms of not so much that you're putting it in their face and rubbing it in their face, like, hey, I do this, 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 what are you doing? But more or less that they keep note of this in their own mind. Like, ooh, pile number 1 does this, and this, and this. What am I doing? Okay. We've also got finance here. Like I said, some of you, it could have to do with finances. Okay, we've got trapped here. And we have, look at that, balance. Fair and balanced energy creates harmony for a strong future. And then we have a closed gate here. It says, fate has closed the gate, no more to return. Okay. And maybe for some of you, this is a past person, you know, where you've kind of cut them off with the death card and the world energy here. You've cut this person out of your life because they were not giving you equal give and take here. Someone was giving more than the other. Like I said, some of you might have to do with finances. Now, some of you, there can also be an issue where a person does have financial issues and they feel insecure financially and they feel like, I'm not able to give to you more than, kind of like the energy that I was seeing earlier when I tried to first record your reading was the Page of Pentacles. Okay, the Page of Pentacles came out, which is a very small offer. You know, maybe this person kind of views you as somebody who wants more. You want them to give more and they feel like they can't. We have trapped here. We have complicated at the bottom. So they might see you as somebody who could be complicating things or complicating their life, or, you know, maybe it's a complicated situation between you and them. You know, here we've got this crazy maze, trying to sort things out or figure things out. You know, they may see you, again, like I said, as somebody who wants balance. You want equal give and take here. And it makes me feel like the other person maybe feels like they can't. Okay? They can't do it. Especially if this person is someone from your past with the closed gate here. Maybe they see you as somebody who's kind of blocked them or put a wall up, or that maybe they don't have a chance with you anymore. Okay? What else do I want to do here? You know, with the trapped here too, like if you are in a relationship with this person, or you're, you know, maybe this person is considering it, maybe they have this feeling of, are you trying to trap them, literally? Are you trying to trap them? Maybe this person feels like they can't grow, or something is stopping them from growing here. Maybe some of you, it could be addictions, okay? A person is kind of trapped from being on your level or growing to that level because of something that's blocking them or keeping them stuck, is another thing that I'm seeing here. Okay, what else do I want to put in here? All right, so let's pull some of these here. What do they think of you and how do they view you? Sacrifice. It says a sacrifice for love must give up something and painful decisions. Okay, so maybe this means that they could be thinking what they need to sacrifice in order to be with you, what they need to give up. Maybe it is, like I said, for some of you, a complicated situation, a painful decision that they need to make. If you're dealing with somebody who is in another commitment, another relationship, you know, things could very well be complicated in your situation, where they would feel, I mean, some of you might even be dealing with somebody, not that I'm seeing the tarot here, but some of you could, I know that some of you are in third-party situations. But this makes me feel that some of you, they could be stuck in or trapped in a financial situation, you know. Okay, let's see. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Look at that. Divorce and alimony. It says terminating a marriage. Separation will be costly in a complicated relationship. So those of you that are married to this person, okay, and maybe that this person has thought about divorce, okay, how much it's going to cost to get separated. Maybe, you know, for some of you, it could be going through a divorce. Maybe the person has gone through divorce before. Maybe they're still dealing with the, you know, the issues surrounding that. And maybe if you're kind of wanting commitment from them, they could be thinking like, look what I just went through. You know, I'm not sure if I want to be in a relationship or commitment. Okay, so take that how it resonates. We also have unlocking here, and it says locked doors are opening, removing blockages, and it says love is coming. Okay, so like again, if you're dealing with somebody who has some blockages here with feelings and emotions and things of that nature, like I said, for some of you, you could be helping this person to really transform, to grow, you know, to not see that they have to be stuck or trapped in a way of behavior, or, you know, even a situation that they might be in personally, right? And it's, like I said, it's kind of like you're that person who they think of you as somebody who's kind of trying to help, trying to encourage, trying to show them, hey, let's get things on track. Let's be more focused. Let's be more disciplined. Let's focus our intention on, you know, getting things done, I feel like. And you kind of bring about that in a way through that Queen of Swords energy, you know. Like I said, sometimes it can be triggering, you know, with that Queen of Swords, the way that she speaks blunt, honest truth, tell it like it is. I feel like they definitely see you as somebody who's brought a lot of awareness to their personal life, the way that they think, the way they act, the way they speak. Like you've kind of shed a light here, okay? I'm also seeing closed heart here, and it says unavailable, avoiding intimacy and emotional burdens, okay? So they could be holding back a lot, okay? As far as when they do think of you, like I said, they might not acknowledge them in, say, like the 3D, but they know that their feelings are there, you know? For some of you, this person could be avoiding intimacy with you. They could be closed off, emotionally unavailable, or they could see you as somebody who's doing that to them, right? Maybe you're avoiding being intimate with them. Maybe they see you as somebody who is emotionally unavailable for them. Okay, so take that how it resonates here. Okay, all right, so I'm going to leave this reading here for you, pile number 1. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, pile 2. So those of you that resonated with this card here, Destroying Angel, it does look a little scary. Okay. But this card talks about this character here. Her name is Freya Albright, and she and her people that she's with have found themselves through their journey in this very hostile land. And she feels that it is her duty to help people to get out of that type of energy, or I'm sorry, to get out of that place and to go home, to make it home. So she is kind of symbolic of being both a fighter and a healer. Okay. She's also kind of taken on this position of like leadership, like a leading type of role. So this person might be seeing you, because our question today is, what do they think of you and how do they view you? Okay. They might see you as somebody who's trying to help them, to heal them in a way, to get them led out of maybe a hostile or type of chaotic, let's just say, environment, situation that they might be in. And that could be literally that they're in that, your person is in dealing with that. Or it could be that you've had that type of connection with them. You've had that type of dynamic between the two of you, where there's been a lot of fights, arguments, disagreements, things of that nature. Or it could be battles that this person is dealing with within themselves, kind of like their inner demons, you know, that they're fighting against, that you're someone who's trying to help to lead them out of that, to safety, to home, to safe, secure. Okay, so take it how it resonates. It makes me feel like this person sees you, which is kind of similar to the message that was in pile number 1, which is that your energy might be very triggering for this person, okay, for them to really kind of deal with things that they have inside. So we're going to look, and also you chose rose quartz here too. Rose quartz is really good for self-love, for healing, especially the heart chakra. with an angel here. So it might quite literally be that this person does view you as kind of like their saving grace, as a person who's trying to rescue or heal or help in some regard. Maybe it's to learn to love themselves, right? To face maybe some inner conflict or challenges, that you're trying to lead them out of that type of environment or that type of energy, you know? Maybe for you to be the leader, for you to kind of say, come with me, right? Come with me to safety, to balance, to harmony. Okay. So let's just see what comes through with the tarot. You know, maybe they see you as a person who is trying to fight for this connection as well. To fight for love. You know, because you believe in it, or you see something maybe very different than the way they see it, you know. Especially if they are a person who's in that type of emotions, mentality, or even in that type of environment. They might not be able to see their way out of it, but it's like you're kind of seeing... It almost makes me feel like you see the potential in them, and they view you as somebody who's trying to fight for it, you know? Trying to fight for the connection. Okay. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Pile 2. And they might see you that way too. I mean, because you could be the person who's in this energy. And they might see you as somebody who's trying to get yourself out of that. You could also be somebody who self-sabotages, okay? You could also be somebody who's gone through a lot of challenging things in your life, whether that's childhood or your past relationships. This almost makes me feel like a connection dynamic where maybe two people or one person has a lot of trauma for some of you. Some of you may have also had like a very toxic dynamic, very karmic energy, okay? Let's see, pile 2. What do they think of you? How do they view you? The 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is the wounded warrior, which I like that because this kind of matches this energy here. You know, they could see you as somebody who's kind of gone through a lot. Maybe they put you through a lot. I don't know. Yeah, but the 9 of Wands is almost like this feeling where we're so tired. We feel like we can't keep going with everything that we've already gone through. But it's kind of like with the 9 of Wands, it's like this fighting spirit, you know, like we're going to keep going. So this is very wounded energy. So that, I mean, they could see you as somebody who's very wounded. You know, view you as somebody who's very wounded and still yet wanting to continue. Okay. Keep pushing forward. What do they think of you? How do they view you? We've got the Page of Cups and the Page of Swords. Okay. What do they think of you and how do they view you? Knight of Swords in reverse. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. The Tower. Whoa. Six of Swords. Okay. This kind of feels like this person is almost kind of like pulling away from you, detaching from you, moving on from you, okay? Some of you, I feel like this is a person who could be kind of like all talk, no action. Some of you, this person could be like a situationship or even a friends with benefits type of situation. I do feel like this person thinks of you as somebody that they're very attracted to. There could be a lot of, you know, your connection based off of like intimacy. I do feel that with the Page of Cups energy here, this person could be seeing you. What does this feel like? This feels like almost like, I will be honest, this kind of feels like a situation where you guys can't stay away from each other. Where even though things are chaotic, even though you guys might fight, you guys might argue, you know, this card is talking about hostility. So it could be that you guys piss each other off. You guys get mad, you get upset, you argue, you fight. You say mean and hurtful things to each other. You know, maybe there's a lot of drama for some of you, especially with the Tower energy. This can be chaos. Okay, it could create a lot of upheaval, a lot of, because you have two pages here. The pages can reflect immaturity, okay? And the immaturity comes emotionally and also mentally. So it could be with the emotions, it could be that this is somebody who is attracted to you. They view you as somebody who's attractive. The Page of Cups is also a very flirty energy, but it's also not very emotionally invested, okay? Now, if your connection's new, that's a different story, you know, because the page would be something that you would see at the beginning of a connection. But if you've already invested time and energy into this person and they're still kind of like at that Page of Cups energy, that's a problem. Okay, that's a problem because it means that this person could be somebody who's emotionally immature, and rather than allowing themselves to be, you know, more vulnerable and really open up, they might see you as somebody who's a little naive, okay? Because the Page of Cups is immature, not inexperienced, okay? They could be seeing you as somebody who is inexperienced, who's emotionally immature. You know, the Page of Cups can also be very playful and very romantic and very sweet. So they may also be seeing that side of you as well. Okay, so take it how it resonates to your situation with this person. There's both positive and negative with all of these cards. So the sweet side of the Page of Cups can be very sweet and romantic and flirty, and you know, for some of you it could be that this person views you as somebody that they have a crush on, okay? They have a crush on, they're attracted to, they could be viewing you as somebody who catches their attention, and it could be that this person wants to come towards you and say something, but they don't. Maybe they're too shy, they're too afraid, okay? Now, on the other side of that, where you already have time and energy that you've put into this relationship, you know, especially for those of you that are having disagreements with this person, there's chaos, there's drama, there's fights, there's arguments, stuff like that. They could be seeing you as somebody who, like I said, is naive, is emotionally immature. You know, sometimes the Page of Cups, it is Pisces energy, so it can be very rosy-colored glasses. Okay? The Page of Cups is very vulnerable because it doesn't have experience yet. Okay? Now, I will say, if you are dealing with somebody and there is kind of friends with benefits, situationship, this person could be perceiving you as somebody who is very easy to manipulate. Okay? Because Page of Cups is wearing the rosy-colored glasses. So they could be seeing you as somebody who's easy to manipulate. The Page of Swords energy is also very much about getting information, spying. They could be seeing you as somebody who spies on them, who looks at their social media, who tries to get information on them. The Page of Cups Page of Swords can be a little bit of a gossip. Okay, So they could be seeing you as somebody who's trying to get information, who's gossiping about them, who's trying to, get more information about them. Sometimes the Page of Swords, because again, this is immaturity here. Immaturity in the way that one thinks, speaks, acts. And so sometimes that can create a lot of petty things that we say or that we do. And so, like I said, for somebody with the Six of Swords energy here in the Death card, it can be that this person feels that things are too kind of like up and down with you. And they may feel that it's better to just kind of detach and stay away and just end it, okay, is what I'm seeing here. Maybe ending the connection with you. So, of course, you have to take it how it resonates depending on what your whole situation is with this person. Some of you, like I said, where this is so new that this person could perceive you as somebody who's very innocent, who's very shy, who's very sweet, and, you're trying to talk to them and you're curious and you want to know more about them. But maybe you come across as a little bit guarded, a little bit detached, a little bit afraid of them, approaching them or approaching you. Maybe they can see you as somebody who wants to say something to them, but you haven't taken action yet. You could be staying away from them, okay? Is one way to look at this. But yeah, those of you that I feel like are kind of stuck in like situationships with the person, it kind of makes me feel like this person, it's like the way that they think, because we have to also remember we're thinking about what do they think of you. They can also be thinking of you from this very immature energy too, right? Their own mentality and where they're at in the way that they think, speak, act. The Page of Swords can also be a little bit of skepticism. So they can also be the person that is spying on you, looking at you, gossiping about you, asking questions about you, flirting with you. But then it's like you could be seeing them like, are you going to talk to me? Or I can feel you want to talk to me, but you're not saying anything. You're not taking any action. They too can be that person who's guarded and kind of pulled away. And, they could also be somebody who kind of like watches your stories on Instagram, watches your Facebook account, or, stuff like that. And then they don't say anything. They don't do anything, So yeah, take it how it resonates. Whenever energy comes through with the tarot, it's always very fluid to go between people. So, what else can I say with this? How do they view you? I do feel like they see you as somebody who's smart, okay, with the Page of Swords energy. Who's very smart, who maybe you ask a lot of questions. Maybe you ask them questions for some of you. You try to learn about them, get more information. They might also view you as somebody who's very passionate, very motivated. If you work with this person, the Two of Pentacles can also talk about priorities and juggling things. So they might see you as somebody who kind of has maybe some responsibilities where you're good at kind of delegating and taking care of this, taking care of that, doing this, doing that. They can also see you as somebody who is very artistic for some of you. Page of Cups is very intuitive, artistic, creative, poetry, arts, music. They could be seeing you as somebody who has a certain way of expressing themselves, maybe the clothes that you wear, something that's quite unique about you. They might also, with the Knight of Wands energy, which could very much be about motivation and passion and drive, kind of like this energy of going after something, okay? Whether that is a dream, a goal. So they could see you as somebody who's persistent, who's pursuing them, maybe, okay? Maybe you're trying to pursue them. You're coming after them. Okay, what else? We've got Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got Aries and Scorpio. Sagittarius, Scorpio, yeah. Okay, so let's pull some oracle and see what else is going on here. Some of you might have a certain way of like dress. I'm noticing this little dragon here looks like it's got pink hair, or a lizard. It's got pink hair, looks like a mohawk. So maybe some of you, in this little lizard here looks like it's got leopard spots. Maybe some of you have, I don't know, it's kind of giving me kind of like those punk vibes. Rocker. Some of you might be like very tattooed, or even like have a certain way of expressing yourself, piercings, colored hair. Something that makes you like very stand out from other people. So it could be something unique, like about what you wear, what you dress, the way you do your hair, your makeup. Okay. Okay, let's see. Some of you, I feel like you kind of, how do I say that? Like you give off a very strong sensual energy. Okay. That kind of like gets this person's attention. Like you give off the sexy vibes. Okay. Let's see. Pile number 2. What do they think of you and how do they view you? What do they think of you and how do they view you? Marriage. Wow. Maybe some of you are married. Or they think about marriage, commitment with you. Let's see. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Maybe they're viewing you as somebody who wants commitment from them or wants marriage, right? Ooh, we've got no love here. It says this love is off limits. Trust the sign. Don't go there. Maybe if you are a married person and they're just like, no, like I like you, I'm attracted to you, but no, I'm not going to take action because that could cause this Tower energy. You know, the 2 of Pentacles is also about choices, weighing our options. So they could be seeing you as an option, okay? They could also be somebody who's married and seeing you as an option, but attracted and liking you, like I said, but choosing not to go there. This love is off limits. Trust the sign. Don't go there. Okay, we've got solitude and complicated. For some of you, I feel like this person doesn't want to be in a relationship. They want to stay maybe single. Choosing to be single, stay single. They might feel like things are complicated with you, or the situation would be complicated. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Okay, we've got grief. We've also got fate. And it says fate is guiding and helping this connection. Destiny is with you. We've got a letter here. It says a message or contact from your love is on the way. And we also have self-love here. Maybe for some of you, this person doesn't feel safe opening up their heart, opening up their feelings. Like I said, for some of you that you've actually had like maybe years with this person, and we've got Page of Cups energy, that's a little bit of a problem, okay? Because it really just says that maybe this person is somebody who is emotionally immature. They're afraid of really being vulnerable. They don't want to get hurt. or that they're not that emotionally invested into you, okay? And maybe that is significant with that no love here. You know, maybe this person is not in love with you, okay? For those of you where it could be a situation like that, you know, where they like you, you know, like I said, especially if it's situationship, friends with benefits type of thing that's been going on and going on and going on. And maybe you are with that Nine of Wands energy. Maybe they see you as that person who's like continuing to go and go and go and keep waiting and waiting and waiting for commitment to happen with this person. But this person's just like, no. Okay. Maybe they view you as somebody who is sad. Maybe you're feeling upset or sad because they won't give you commitment. Maybe they see you as somebody who is maybe telling them like, we're meant to be together, we're fated, we're supposed to be with each other. Hold on a second. Let me see under here. Now, some of you, there might be another situation here is what I'm also getting, is that if you're dealing with a person who's married or you are married, they might feel, and I don't feel like this is for a lot of you. This might only be for one of you, okay? So really take it if you know it and you feel it within your heart. If it doesn't fit, don't force it to. But some of you, I feel like this person could be somebody who's married or you could be married, and they could feel like, I've met you and I feel like we're fated to be with each other. But it could be a complicated situation where, you know, they're kind of like a reality check of grief, feeling grief here, because if there's somebody who's married here and they feel that there's a strong connection with you here, it could be a super complicated situation, right? Because they're married and they're just like, no, stop, I can't. I like you, I'm attracted to you, and I feel like fate has brought us together, but I can't go there, you know? Maybe if things were different, maybe if I was single. So they could be feeling grief over that because if they're married or in a committed relationship, they could be feeling like, there could be rejection, there could be like feeling grieving or sad or maybe even a little bit of guilt, you know, like I can't do it. They could also see you as somebody who's, you could be dealing with depression. You could be really sad. They could be seeing you as somebody who's still healing, you know, from something, especially for those of you that are wounded, right? And this person sees you as somebody who's wounded or that they've wounded, they've hurt. Okay. With the letter here, a message or contact from your love is on the way. They could be waiting for you to message them, okay, for some of you. For some of you, because the pages can also talk about communication. They could see you as somebody that they want to reach out to. They just haven't yet, especially with that Knight of Swords in reverse. Like they want to just talk to you. Okay, especially for those of you where your situation kind of ended in a tower moment where things kind of like fell apart here. They could be feeling like, I want to message you, I want to apologize, I want to say something to you, but then just not doing it. Okay, they could also be grieving over the loss of your relationship. You could have had a marriage with this person. You could be married and separated. Okay, and they might feel like we're fated to be with each other, but maybe things are complicated right now, okay? Maybe for those of you that are married and separated, spending time alone is making this person really kind of think about things right now. They may feel like, I need to focus on myself, I need to heal myself. You know, some of you might have even been in a place where you told them, like, I'm tired of your you-know-what. Like, you need to move out, you need to get out. Leave me alone. You could have also shut them out, rejected them, or they could have done that to you. Somebody's feeling sad here. Okay, let's pull some other cards. All right, pile 2. What do they think of you and how do they view you? Healing. Out in the cold. Yeah. Somebody's shut someone out here. Abandoned. We've got healing, reevaluating needs, self-care, self-love, moving forward. They could see you as somebody who's moving on from them or who they are moving on from. Okay, someone's healing here. Self-love, reevaluating needs. You could be reevaluating your needs, trying to heal. We've also got engagement here, commitment, promises, making it official, marriage in your future. Maybe this person sees themselves ending up with you or, you know, the two of you, because we have engagement and marriage here. Something about commitment. Okay. We've got out in the cold, feeling rejected, isolation, loneliness, scarcity mindset. So again, this could be that they see you as somebody who has kind of shut them out. They could have shut you out and they could see you as somebody that they have abandoned. Maybe some of you talked about getting engaged, talked about getting married with each other. We have shocking events. An unexpected surprise, did not see it coming and unpredictable. That's the Tower energy. Maybe something's happened between the two of you where, I don't know, this makes me feel like an abrupt ending for some of you. Maybe they see you as somebody who they abruptly ended or maybe gave you some type of news or message, communication. Maybe you said something to them that was very unexpected. You know, abruptly cutting them off. You could have done that too. We have against time here. It says rushing before it's too late, took a long time, or walking on thin ice. And they very well may be walking on thin ice with you. Okay? Especially for those of you where you've had like a situationship, friends with benefits, or this has been an ongoing thing. Even where this person has made like empty promises to you where they're like, oh, we're going to get married, we're going to get in a relationship, or making you feel like you put so much time and so much of your energy and you keep holding on and holding on and holding on because this person is giving you some type of false hope here. And you may, for some of you, you may have come to that point where you're just like, no, I'm done. I'm tired of waiting. That's it, you know? And so they may be feeling like, I need to do something here, but it's complicated, you know? They may feel like they're seeing you as somebody they could be losing an opportunity with, feeling like they have to hurry up and do something, make a choice, make a decision. Because even for those of you where this person could be married or you could be married, and you feel a connection with somebody, you have a choice, right? You either choose to take that leap of faith and maybe end something that you're in, or you don't, and it turns into a missed opportunity. Okay? We also have something is brewing here, and it says breaking point, losing emotional strength, and on the verge. On the verge of what? Is what I'm thinking here. On the verge of what? Something is brewing. Maybe they're thinking, are you up to something? Some of you might be losing your patience with this person. They might not know, like, what is pile number 2 planning? Like, what are they going to do? What are they going to say? Are they going to cut things off with me? Let's see what the something is brewing is. What is this something is brewing, Spirit? They might also see you as somebody who's trying to hurry up and get married, who wants to rush into a commitment, rush into a marriage. Okay? That might be the case for some of you. Somebody who's trying to hurry up and just get married, just get into a relationship. Or maybe you're making them feel rushed for some of you. What is this something is brewing here? The 3 of Wands. This is about something in the near future. Something there's anticipation and waiting surrounding this. Waiting, anticipating something. Something in the near future. What is this something is brewing, Spirit? The Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles is about taking a pause, taking stock in what you've already developed with somebody to reevaluate, reassess. Two of Wands. This is a choice here. This little, what is it, a dragon? The little dragon is at the crossroads here, having to choose a direction, choose a path. Is the path with you or is it away from you? They might be seeing you as somebody who's at a crossroads with them, where you're just like, I'm waiting for commitment here, especially if they haven't given it to you. Those of you that are married and separated, they could be seeing you as somebody who's trying to decide, am I keeping you in my life or am I starting a new life without you? So this person could be losing the emotional strength waiting for you to make a choice if you're gonna divorce them or not. Okay, that might be the case for some of you. They might be like at their breaking point where they're waiting for you to make a choice. Just tell me, right? Are you gonna divorce me? Are you gonna leave me? The shocking event might fall in line with that too. Like if you were married to them and you're like, no, like your behavior needs to change. Someone could have been asked the other person to get out, move out. I don't know if I want to be with you. They might see you as somebody who doesn't love them anymore, who's just kind of blocking them out. What is this? Four of Swords. Yeah. I feel like this no contact type of thing. The Four of Swords is about just taking time to rest, to reflect, to think about things. So some of you could be contemplating right now, which path am I taking? With this person or without them? We've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Hanged Man. So it's kind of like things are at a standstill right now. Things are in limbo. This person is waiting for time here. And it could be, you know, them that's making the choice here. Choose to commit, choose to walk away. Or it could be that they're waiting for you to make that decision. Okay. I'm seeing Justice at the bottom. Justice is about making the right decision, the right choice for all those who are involved. So this could also talk about contracts, commitments, marriages. Queen of Swords, Three of Swords. Yeah, some of you might be moving towards divorce, okay? Yeah, absolutely. Look at that. This is divorce right here. These Queen of Swords and Queen of Swords. They could be single or divorced people, okay? Three of Swords would be separation, breakup, yeah, Queen and King of Swords, single, divorced people. So yeah, if you know, if you're the person who's married or separated from this person, they could be making a decision about whether or not to divorce you, or you could be making a decision about whether or not to divorce them or separate from them if you guys are not married, to end your relationship, or they could be waiting on you to do that, okay? Or, like I said, if you're dealing with somebody who is married, okay, this could be them kind of making that decision here themselves with the Justice card. Okay, some of you, there could be family that's involved, and that could make things complicated. So we've got things kind of like on pause, on hold here. There's the crossroads. You know? All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you. Pile number 2. I do hope this is helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading. Hi, Pile 3. So those of you that resonated with this Dreaming Days card here, we're asking Spirit today, what does your person think of you, and how do they view you, okay? So please remember to take the messages how they resonate. All of you are going to be in very different situations. Don't force messages to fit if they don't. If they make you feel confused, then it's probably not for you, okay? But you have Dreaming Days here, and this little fox is kind of just sitting there looking out the window, daydreaming. So they could view you as somebody who, first up, I feel like your person kind of daydreams about you, okay? They're kind of daydreaming about you, thinking about you. There could be distance, there could be separation, there could be no contact. I'm also noticing in this card here, there's a bunch of feathers that are up here. A bunch of feathers. So it kind of makes me feel that this person could be wondering, when are you going to reach out to them? When are you going to talk to them? They may also view you as somebody who's waiting on them to make a choice, to call them, text them. Okay. But yeah, I do feel like this person you occupy a lot of this person's thoughts, okay? I feel like they think about you a lot. Okay, let's pull some tarot and see. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Maybe distant for some of you. Maybe you are somebody who daydreams a lot, okay? You look like you're kind of spacey. You know, especially if somebody's like let's just say it's a work thing, right? And you're sitting over here and they're sitting like way over here. They might look at you and view you like, what is pile 3 thinking about? They're looking up at the sky and looking out the window and just staring, you know? Okay. So maybe that means that they view you as somebody who has a lot of dreams, right? Who thinks maybe about the future and plans and decisions and options and choices. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Okay, let's see. What do they think of you, pile 3? The 4 of Wands. What do they think of you and how do they view you? 5 of Swords in reverse. Oh. Some of you may have had an argument or a fight with this person. And if that is the case, I feel like this person is thinking about you in terms of wanting to resolve your differences. And the 4 of Wands is about reunion, balance, harmony, commitment. So this person could be viewing you as somebody that they want to reconcile with. Okay? Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm going to be honest, okay? What does this person think of you? Queen of Wands. She's a little challenging when she's in reverse. The Queen of Wands can sometimes, okay, and I'm not trying to hurt feelings here, but I'm just being honest about what the shadow aspects of the Queen of Wands are. The Queen of Wands is fire energy, okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, when the Queen of Wands is pissed off, she is mad. She's angry. She is jealous. She rages. She has a temper. She can say a lot of mean things that can hurt your feelings. So you could very well be a person who is jealous, is sabotaging in some way. The Queen of Wands in reverse, well, the Queen of Wands in general, she likes to have all eyes on her. She wants focused attention. Pay attention to the Queen of Wands, okay? The Queen of Wands is all about beauty and sensuality and passion, and, you know, the Queen of Wands is a very attractive person, so I don't doubt that you're very attractive, pile 3. You're very attractive. You're very sexy. You give off the very sensual vibes. So when the attention is not on the Queen of Wands, okay, when she doesn't get her way, she can become really upset. So they might view you as somebody who is causing issues, causing problems, causing drama, okay? Especially with the Five of Swords being here, creating fights, arguments, instigating. They could view you as somebody who has low self-esteem or lack of confidence in yourself, and sometimes those issues can be something that can create problems in a relationship or in a connection, okay? I'm also noticing, as I say that, this little guy here who looks like there's lava everywhere, hot lava that's like coming up. And he looks like he's trying to be very careful. So it might even make this person feel, with the way that they view you, is that you could be someone who lashes out, who gets angry, who says things that is really mean and spiteful and hurtful. And they might feel like they're walking on eggshells around you. Okay, now that might be the case for some of you if you have a short temper, and you get upset and this person pisses you off. Like, right, like, I'm not the one. I'm not the one to be messed with or played with. Let's see. What else? What do they think of you and how do they view you? The High Priestess. Secretive. Hiding something. Concealing something. Now, you could also be dealing with somebody who has low self-esteem too, okay? And if they do, and you are super attractive, they might have trust issues with you, okay? There could be insecurities here. The High Priestess, though, is about something being hidden, something being concealed, something that's not revealed. There's also a lot of mystery that comes along with the High Priestess. So you could be someone who is very mysterious. It could be that you're someone who's very reserved, quiet. They could see you as somebody who is kind of like they kind of put on a pedestal, okay? Because the Queen of Wands, you know, even though she's in reverse right now, the Queen of Wands could be a person, like I said, who's very attractive, okay, hot. And they might kind of see you as out of their league, okay? For some of you, you could be out of their league, or they might not feel good enough for you. Definitely feeling trust issues here. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Eight of Swords. Oh boy. Okay. Eight of Swords and the World. The Eight of Swords is negative thoughts, okay? Negative thoughts. And here we have a little bird in the sky that's carrying this rope, and it kind of looks like a noose, okay? So they might feel like, you know, especially, like I said, if you're somebody who does have a temper, you argue, you fight, it causes a lot of arguments, stuff like that. They could think negative thoughts about you, especially if you guys have had a past where you guys have made this person feel like they have to walk on eggshells around you, okay? The Eight of Swords is also being trapped by our own negative thoughts. This is a mental prison that we keep ourselves stuck in negativity. So your person could be someone who is stuck in those negative thoughts, okay, about you. I think I'm going to clarify this a little bit more. We also have the World energy here. The World is talking about endings. So some of you may have ended your relationship with this person, ended the connection, closed things out with this person, or they could be thinking about potentially ending your relationship. If you are in a relationship with this person, they might be thinking about ending it with you, okay? Especially if there's too much fighting, too much arguing, not getting along. And they might be keeping a lot of that to themselves, you know, not revealing it to you. They might feel, you know, that things have become too heated between the two of you, too much complication. Okay, what do they think of you and how do they view you? The Eight of Wands in reverse. Okay, miscommunication. But I'm seeing the Two of Cups at the bottom with the Seven of Pentacles and the Hierophant and the Seven of Wands. Interesting situation here. Eight of Wands is about miscommunication. It could be about hearing bad news, receiving bad news, or that you guys are just not on the same page when you guys are talking to each other. You guys could be saying things, and you could say something to get your point across. They could say something to get their point across, and then you guys are not listening to each other. You're not really hearing each other out, talking over each other. You know, there could be communication problems that you guys have with each other. But, which is so interesting here, you have the Two of Cups. And it's kind of like this person sees you as somebody and they think of you like, I love you, but you piss me off. You know, that kind of, I don't really want to say it's love-hate, because I don't feel like it's that extreme. But it's definitely feeling frustrated because of this conflict that's here between the two of you, okay? Now, they could, too, be somebody who has a lot of self-sabotaging thoughts, okay? And feeling it difficult for them to be able to communicate their feelings to you. So thinking about it, but then not saying anything about it. We have the Two of Cups here, which is about feeling. They think of you as somebody that they do have a strong bond with, a strong connection with. There's love between the two of you, okay? With the Seven of Pentacles energy here, the Seven of Pentacles is about patience. It's also about taking time to reevaluate or reassess what a person has already invested as far as time and energy into something. So they could be taking time to think about, do I want to be in a commitment with you? Do I still want to be committed to you? I love you, but you also make me mad. Okay. Or I get frustrated. Or they could, like I said, they could be somebody who has low self-esteem and who is kind of stuck in that negative way of thinking here, self-sabotaging thoughts. They could also be somebody who may see you as telling them, like, I want commitment. I want marriage. I want a serious relationship from you. The Seven of Wands is about standing our ground, setting boundaries. So you may have also set boundaries with this person. So yeah, they might see you as a person who's a little bit defensive, okay? Standing your ground. I want what I want. I want something serious, okay? So the Hierophant could be about a marriage. It could be, you know, about commitment here. They could also be somebody who sees you, right, as somebody who's wanting that serious commitment, and they can be the person who's defensive. So like I said, take it how it resonates with whatever your situation is. But there is defensive energy here surrounding commitment. And it could be that you're standing up for it and fighting for it and wanting it. Or, you know, they're having issues backing down from, no, I said no, I can't move forward with relationship. Because this, remember, this Four of Wands over here is also about commitment, marriage, reunion, reconciliation. And look at this little guy trying to avoid all that lava that's coming up to burn him. So this could also be that your person thinks about you, right? And sees this and views you as somebody that they have feelings for. But it might be something that they're afraid of. Commitment might scare them. You know, they might think all the worst negative thoughts about getting into a relationship and not have the confidence to take action to pursue you, to pursue a serious relationship. You know, they might envision themselves as, once I get into a relationship, I'm going to feel trapped. And I feel like more or less it could be about a person feeling like they're losing their independence. You know, they're losing their freedom. So we've got Taurus energy here as well. Taurus, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius. Leo. Okay, Sagittarius is here too. Okay, let's pull some oracle. Let's see what else. Now, the Hierophant can also be a person who is a religious or spiritual leader. So this could even, maybe even be a teacher, okay? if your person is any of those things, they could be feeling that they're sticking to their own boundaries here as a priest, as a pastor, as a religious or spiritual leader, a member, person who is an important pillar of the society. For some of you, this person is a teacher and you're a student, or however that goes. It could even be like a person who's in a position of power or authority, like a boss. This person could be afraid of pursuing you, okay? For some of you, pursuing, even though they know there's a connection there between the two of you. The High Priestess, again, like I said, this is about hidden energy. So they could be someone who's hiding their attraction to you and thinking that if they do pursue you, if they do, come forward here, that it could cause problems, issues, especially if there's certain boundaries here. Or if any one of you are married or already in a committed relationship, they might be too afraid of crossing that line, okay? Let's see, pile number 3. What do they think of you and how do they view you? Oh. I guess I'm going to take all that. I'm going to take it. It's all here. All right. So the first thing that I saw, and, just remember, because some of these messages I understand, they could be a little bit triggering. Okay, but you have to remember this is another person's opinion. It doesn't make it true. Okay. Now, we do have baggage here. Okay, so there could be some of you that this person sees you as having baggage. Okay, and I saw this come out with children. Okay. So some of you, if you have children, say from a previous connection, previous relationship, they might have a little bit of a negative perspective of that, and maybe, and of course this is what they want, what they feel. Okay, it doesn't make it right, but they could potentially be somebody who doesn't want to be with somebody who already has children, or if you want children and they don't want children, whatever the case may be. I'm noticing that in this baggage here, we've got past relationships and childhood and ego. So this can even be just kind of like seen alone here as that maybe that you're somebody who is bringing your emotional baggage with you from previous relationships. Okay. Maybe you're taking out certain things on them. We do have children here. So some of you, this person could see you as somebody who wants children, wants a family. What else do we have here? We have time here, and it says divine timing is bringing you together. True love is limitless. So I don't doubt for some of you that this person does really have strong feelings towards you. Could very well be love. We have chemistry here, so they feel that there is chemistry with you. Okay. For some of you, I do feel like this person can see themselves having children with you. We do also have secrets here. Maybe some of you, they are keeping a secret. I don't know. I mean, they could be the person too who has their own baggage, right? They might be somebody who has a baby mama, baby daddy from another relationship that they're keeping a secret from you. I don't know. We've also got finance here, domestic, past life. So some of you, they might see you as somebody that they've had or shared past life energy with. With the domestic here, like I said, some of you, this person could be thinking or daydreaming about having a future with you, which includes, right, family, children, creating that life with you. What else? We have intuition here. They see you as somebody who is very intuitive. Okay. Very wise, very smart. We have an opportunity here and romance. Okay. Some of you, it could be a secret connection that you guys have with each other. Maybe you are a secret. Forbidden love, maybe. They may view you as somebody who is very abundant, who has really good at manifesting. They could see you as somebody who they have a romantic opportunity with. All right. Let's see what else. I feel like with this divine timing here too, the true love is, what did it say? True love is timeless. For those of you where you have had some differences with this person, I feel like one thing is for certain is that bond and that connection that you guys have with each other. Okay, so even if it's like, okay, we can't be together right now, I feel like this person believes that you will be together when the time is right. They can see that. Let's see. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Separation. Yeah, some of you in separation from this person. We've got withdrawal and a disconnect between the two of you. Tests of love, so they might view, think of you as your connection is being tested at this time. Maybe the relationship has been broken down or it is breaking down. And then we also have the mental prison. Okay, the Eight of Swords is there. That is this. It says overthinking, creating scenarios in your head, thinking of you a lot. Like I said, I do feel like this person does think about you a lot. Overthinking things, right? Worst case scenario, like I was saying. We have work, focused on work. So they could see you as somebody who's very focused on your work, very busy, love at work. So it could be that they work with you and you are the romantic interest at their workplace. We have working hard and long hours. Heartbreak here. It says breakup, suffering and grieving, unable to move on. Okay. So those of you that are broken up with this person, it's kind of like you're not leaving this person's mind. They're just thinking about you and thinking about you and thinking about you. What do they think of you? How do they view you? Jealousy. There it is. Okay. Jealousy. Now, yeah, like I said, some of you, it could be that you are jealous. Okay. That's part of your shadow. Don't be, what do you call that? Embarrassed. Okay. We all have a shadow. We've all been jealous or felt jealous. But it says, I mean, they could too. They could also be jealous. They could have jealous thoughts about you being with somebody else. Okay. It says, want you to themselves, attachment and a fear of losing you. Okay. We also have love's growth here. And it says love that grows with time, or it needs time to grow, and unexpected lessons in love. Okay. We have ghosting here, and it says abrupt ending, no closure, ending all communication. So you could have done this to them. They could have done this to you. And I feel like when you're ghosted, it really puts you in a place where you start to get in your head and think like, why haven't they contacted me? What did I do wrong? So if they ghosted you, they might be viewing you as the person they just kind of like abruptly ended things with. Okay. We also have toxic here, and it says not good for you, low vibrational or a toxic relationship. So that might be the case for some of you. Okay. They might view you as a person who is toxic. Not good for them. Okay. Maybe there's certain patterns of behavior, parts of your shadow that they're just like, no, red flag. So you've also got lessons here. It says love lessons learned, a shift in perspective, and also raising your vibration. So they might look at you, especially if you are someone who kind of has those toxic traits. Okay. Your shadow comes out a little bit too much, too strong, and kind of comes out at them. They might kind of see those, like I said, as red flags, and they may feel like they might perceive you very different. What this means to me sometimes too is like sometimes, when we're, and I feel like this usually happens to like the first time your shadow comes out, the first time. And it could either be that the person gets scared away and they're just like, oh no, I'm not going to deal with this. Or they say, okay, I see your shadow. Let's talk about it. Let's work through it. This also kind of makes me feel like there's certain parts of you, aspects of your personality that scare this person. okay, into feeling maybe getting into a relationship and marriage and family is not such a good idea, okay? That won't be for all of you, but for some of you, it could be that they're just feeling like your dynamic with each other is toxic. Now, it could also be a situation where they, like I said, are the person who's bringing in their own emotional baggage or baggage into your connection with them, and they could be the person who's toxic. Okay? And maybe there's a lot of things that you teach them, you know, like, hey, you need to work on that or get it together because I'm not your ex. Okay? I know I've heard that. I've heard partners tell me that in the past too. When I brought in my baggage and they're just like, girl, no, no. And I had to really reflect upon myself, you know, and say, okay, I need to change. I need to work on that. Okay. So the first step to, right, working and healing and integrating your shadow is admitting there's a problem, admitting there's a problem and really reflecting upon it and saying, okay, where is this coming from? Why am I acting this way? Okay. All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you, pile number 3. I do hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you in the next reading.